But it's so difficult. Remember what I said from the beginning. I said, most of what we are going to say here, some of them, what do you call it? Majority of all these Tifnumbu, Vuvuzelas, and the rest of them blackmailing people and the rest of Tifnumbu, they are not going to believe them, because that is you telling them something they have been suspecting, but they have been praying that it should not be true. Let me rephrase, okay? I'll start with this, right? No matter what we say here, it's not what we either make Tifnumbu president or deny him being president. No. There are those who actually believe that Tifnumbu is so influential, that he's so this and that. There are all this drama. People are just trying to, once Asiwaju do this and that, everybody will step down for him. But 4 years ago, many of them never imagined for once that a day will come that the likes of Pastor Ruga or Oshibajo will stand up and say he wants to be president, that is well positioned, is more experienced than all the aspirants, including Tinubu, that he's been consulting, and he's actually, let me tell you this, right? Oshibajo is more swift than Tifnumbu. Those who are collecting money from Tifnumbu, right? They are collecting money from Tifnumbu, hyping Tifnumbu. Meanwhile, the Tifnumbu boys themselves are already divided. They've already divided the camp enough that where Oshibajo should be working, he is already winning them over. Now, for Tifnumbu's camp, it is the greatest betrayal ever seen, because this is not a joke. Oshibajo wants to be president. So what happened to Tifnumbu? So 4 years ago, majority of them today, who are now trying to create another alternative and say, Jagaban will finish his enemy. 4 years ago, they were expecting that when it is Tifnumbu's turn, Fashola, Fayemi, Aregbesola, all of them, all the governors, all the senators, all the reps, they will come together and they will just endorse Tifnumbu. Shina waiting happen be that. That was when the reality started coming, settling. So whatever I say today, don't mind them. They don't have to believe us. Okay? Because they won't. They won't be. How can you make them believe something that, how can you make them believe that what they have believed in for years, that they didn't mind if Nigeria was going up in flames, if people are dying like nothing, if the terrorists are ransacking everywhere, if the economy is in recession, if poverty has escalated, they were just focused like last, Tifnumbu will be president. 4 years ago, that is changing now. It has now gotten to a stage whereby they have to call them and say, come, this thing don't they go mess you. We cannot let you go like this. If we want to face these people, we'll face them all. Because the report we are now getting from Abuja is that somebody is coming out, and he's not from the south of Nigeria at all. So we better make position ourselves so that we go know what we go do. Now, that is panic mode. When they ask Buhari, who are you going to hand over to? What's the plan for your successor? This is what he said.
So a lot of presidential aspirants have come to you for endorsement. Some even say you have asked them to run while you watch. What kind of person would you like to hand over to?
The person that Nigerians elect.
Sefini. For those who are smart, who have been following this, they said, Buhari and his gang, they have committed serious, grievous crimes against the people of Nigeria. That there is no way, no matter how corrupt that person is or stupid, there's no way whoever succeeded Buhari will not order for their arrest, and order for the arrest of more than 80% of those who work for Buhari. 80%. I mean, it's not possible. Like it's going to be a national inquiry. And the likes of Buhari and gang, they will never let that happen. These guys, they looted your central bank beyond what Abacha even attempted. They destroyed your naira to tatters to the point that they are printing money like they are printing press. They have carried out genocidal operations, covert and overt and whatever you want to call it, on the people of genocide on the people of Nigeria, indigenous people of Nigeria. These guys can't spend the rest of their lives walking free. No matter how corrupt you think Nigeria is, nobody will come in after these guys that is not one of them that will ever let them walk free. Nobody. So they're not going to take that chances. No, they're not stupid. They're not going to take that. They're not going to take the chances. So they want the power to remain in northern Nigeria, and it's going to be called democracy. Federal character is dead. PDP is not honoring it. APC is not honoring it. If that is one thing that is left that you are holding on to, that's making you feel like a Nigeria may still work, then you are about to play your last card. You know, I told you, I said, if you look at those who don't really believe in Nigeria anymore, based on what they have come to know, and the characters who continue to present themselves as the messiahs, the solution to the problems they have created, you realize that some of them didn't give up on Nigeria until some people are watching me right now. They didn't give up on Nigeria until early this year. So many people gave up on Nigeria during the NSAS Lekki massacre. That this is it for me. I'm done. Government ordered the killings of the no. Some people, they did not give up completely until the beginning of this year. So if you are one of those who still have something you are holding on to, the only thing you have on your side is time. Time will unravel that last card you have that is still making you feel like maybe Nigeria can work. Buhari and gang are not stupid. They have committed crimes that you can call crimes against humanity. Buhari, for example, by the time they finish with him in a proper international court, he'll probably be spending maybe another 180, 200 years of his life in prison. Even when he's dead, they'll pack his bone and all that, they'll bury it again and say he's still in custody of the Royal Guard of Netherlands. Same thing with Burataye the Butcher and so many other characters who ensure the crimes against you. You see? So they can't let go just like that. They have different options. Number one, they cannot conduct election when there is crisis in any part of Nigeria. Today, under the APC, Nigeria has, before now anyway, Nigeria has 6 geopolitical zones. The Northeast, Northwest, North Central, Southeast, Southwest, and the Niger Delta called South-South. Today, the entire 6 geopolitical zone is facing different crises, from Fulani invasion to army conducting a genocide and to militants, So which simply means Buhari's government with Malamu, they under their bogus law by the National Assembly rubber stamp, they can choose to postpone election if they want to based on this. Another one is that they can say let democracy rule then. So what happened? They will give you a system that will eventually tailor you back to keep the power in the north. As Buhari said, he will hand over power to whoever is elected. The last option is a coup. All options are on the table. And with these criminals, what we have seen with them in 7 years, things that the Tinubu and gang, they have defended for 7 years, then definitely nothing is impossible or too much for them to do. We have witnessed them kill innocent people right there on the street, and they denied, despite the video and pictorial evidence. So definitely, yeah, there's nothing off the table. But why? It is simply because somebody must come in to protect and then continue what they have started. Now, this is where you, as a Yoruba man, must never be dragged into it, no matter what. You must never be blackmailed into it. Tinubu and gang are opportunists. They are chancers. You know those they call chancers, the opportunists who knows your dilemma, and rather than come to your aid, they decided to become your bane, so to say, to getting out of the trenches, so to say. However, they have taken the advantage for far too long that the consequences of their what they did and what they didn't do, all coupled with their silence and their cooperation with what Nigeria has forced the entire region to become today, yeah, then you should never be blackmailed into defending them. Trust me, it is a pure waste of pure waste of brotherhood. They say. Pastor Ruga said he's going to continue from where Buhari is going to stop because he's learned a lot from Buhari. Is that something that you can say is pro-Yoruba? Is it? Of course not. You won't say that. It's never pro anyone. Buhari is not even pro-Fulani. Buhari is not pro-Hausa. Buhari and APC, Egbe, and what they have done is not pro anybody. It is pro themselves, the jihadists, and their friends. So why should you be part of that then? That's why we call their election validation. It's not election, it's called validation. You go out there, validate it for them. But the truth of the matter is this. In the next few days, you will need to make a decision. Do you still want to believe the lies they have told you for far too long? Yeah? Or do you want to begin to form your own idea of what a just existence should be like? Not the one these guys have created, not the ones that, as we speak, right, they've even lost control of. They are no longer that viable enough to even think right for you, for me. So why should you, by any means, contribute or waste your own emotional contribution to that? And that is why we said, rather than be part of them, as they say, if you can't beat them, you join them. But that's not what we say on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Or Maiyegun's Diary Politico, we say, if you can't beat them, wait, call others, join hands, and beat them. And that's why we choose that for those who are in the know, who knows that rather than the continuation of helping to sustain a contraption that they have kept for far too long, not in your interest, not in my interest, but in the interest of the minority few, but why the majority are paying the price, who are paying the consequences of their own decision. So you have the right to choose yours. And that's why I'm saying it to you today. Those who entered panic mode, they will self-destruct. And it is good to watch them. But when they are self-destructing, when they finally destroy themselves, where do you want to be? What do you want to call your own battle? They are about to lose out on their gamble. The bet they placed on Buhari and APC, but they want to drag you as a Yoruba man into it. The question you should ask them when they come is this. When they tell you that Yorubas are about to be shortchanged, because this is the kind of messages they actually preach. When they burn their hands and they couldn't get what they want from the rogues they are partnering with, yeah? Then they're going to come back home and say, this Nigeria hates Yorubas. Don't listen to them. They are those who hated Yorubas, who have decided to use the mystery of Nigeria on the Yoruba people, to use that to make themselves rich. They bet that they could become richer by controlling the entire Nigeria. Now that is about to fail. And that is where you should begin to distance yourself from them. Politically, are you with me? When they say come and vote, tell them, is it in the same Nigeria that they helped Buhari to shape? The same Nigeria where the voters card is easier to access. In northern Nigeria, they can register 1.8 million voters, including children, in Jigawa, but they can only register 12 students in the entire Jigawa for WAEC. Now, that is the people where you go to the southern Nigeria and then you begin to read 48 laws of power because you want to get a voter's card. If you cannot see through that, well, you are not seeing anything at all. And if the reason why you probably felt like your election will count in any way for them, is about to explode too, they will not be part of it. Take that from me. And when they finally lose out, people like us will be here to say the prodigal sons and the daughters of Yoruba land deceived by Tinubu and his greed. Don't take your anger on anyone. Take it on them who always believe that they have a place to return to. Now, that is one thing we should all agree to do. They have messed up Yoruba land, and they will be messed up too. Yoruba land won't be their sanctuary, political sanctuary anymore. It is not going to be business as usual anymore. And listen to this, this is not blabbing or just making mouth. The reason is these people are now waking up. People are now ready to put it, to give it all and stop those who have been using the Yoruba name to negotiate with Nigeria in order to keep us in the bondage that says that it is non-negotiable. Who stays in a deal that says 70 million people are in a package that is non-negotiable? And you will have all these rogues who have never called a meeting for the progress of Yoruba land. They have never called a meeting in that body lawn to talk about how to generate electricity for the entire Yoruba people. They have never called a meeting of all their own lawmakers, 5 states controlled by APC. There's never been a time that they say, oh, all the lawmakers from all these places, they should come together and move a bill for the autonomous, autonomous region of Western region of Nigeria. There was never a time for it. There was never a time that they sat together to discuss the progress of Yoruba land when they called themselves together. It is about how to share positions, how to share slots, how to share the money and the resources of the land. Once they feel like they're about to be shortchanged, they quickly call emergency meeting and they start shouting, Yoruba, Yoruba, Yoruba. Oh, Yoruba cannot accept that. The Yoruba people are this. The Southwest people are that. The mad people that decided to come and scam Yoruba people. They call their bogus, fraudulent, greedy, selfish campaign. They call it Swagger, Southwest Agenda 2023. And Wolori Bruku and NEB. Yeah, they never sat together to discuss about healthcare in Yoruba land. They never sat together on how to share and then, share information, share resources, and build together as a people. Something that could be a model. They have the capacity to do that. The Olori Brukus will be telling you that maybe when Tinubu become president, it will be able to do that for you. The Kolu that cannot hold a single cup. You see young people jumping up and down. I stop talking about our leader. He
said, "Now, I'm begging you. I'm begging you to tolerate. I beg peace. Part of your master plan. You be there, and next time I'll be a youth, and I'm a youth."
Kolu. So normally, if it's not greed, listen, if it's not greed, it's a two-way thing, though. The kingmaker who won't be king. Somebody that cannot hold water for long. Maiyegun, don't talk like that. He's an old man. He can be your father. And, don't mock him that because his hand is shaking. Nobody today I don't deal with people like you, sir. Amma. Came man mock it in Abi? Because anybody can gbon. Orin ti daruma. Come on, you, but run you let orin ti daru. So ben ṣe gbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ dàgbà tó yẹn mà ẹni tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wá ń gbọ̀n yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀ bìlí pé ọpọlọ ẹ̀ gan ń gbọ̀n because àwọn èèyàn tó rí tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ọwọ́ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ń gbọ̀n lára Tinubu ọpọlọ gan ti ń gbọ̀n. The people around him, they know that. That is why we tell you that your permanent voters card has expired. You need to go and get another permanent voters card that is active. ẹni tọ́pọ̀lọ ẹ̀ ń gbọ̀n ni. That is why when they said that 33% people are unemployed in Nigeria last year, it was like 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army. What are they going to eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, àwìn is grown here. Recruit. Ṣẹ́ni tọ́pọ̀lọ ẹ̀ pé torí ẹ̀ pé a ní kọ́kọ́ 50 million sínú army. So màámi, orí tí yín gan ò pé tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ń gbọ̀n yẹn tó ń gbọ̀n yẹn. Mama, don't talk like that, Maiyegun. You don't continue talking. Leave his hand. Ta ló sọ pé mi ò ní interest nínú hand ẹ̀? I'm interested. It's just to show how deluded many people are. When they want to lie to you, when they want to manipulate you, right? They tell you to ignore the obvious and focus on what? On what exactly? Tinubu made people. And you look at Yoruba land, you look at Lagos, ẹ̀yin òpònú ayérada yìí, ó fẹ́ tọ̀nà, ó kù díẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin òpònú afọ́fúngbẹ́mu, oníjẹkújẹ ti fún lọ́rùn. Kini policy Southwest báyìí? What exactly is that impact? You can say as a region, as a people, this impact is massive. No. If not for him, before now, we all have to wait on the national grid to get electricity. It was the initiative of Tinubu. They put resources together. They built the better grid for Yoruba land, and they put a legislation in that cut Yoruba out of the national grid. And today, in Nigeria, Southwest Nigeria has 24 hours electricity. Who told you that's not possible? No be law they go make. No be money they go spend. When you will return to Looms, you don't even get ordinary drinking water in Lagos, and you're jumping everywhere. But would you know what Tinubu did? If not because of Tinubu, I won't weary. I won't continue. Where's your own father, Maiyegun? You this. Some even call me Omoale. Can you imagine? Tinubu, Oceans, yeah. They didn't know what to say. Say, look at this Omale. This Maiyegun is Omale Yoruba. He's always criticizing Tinubu and Yolofo. Omale Yoruba. Lomi. Nino. Nishe. Say, what did your papa do? What did your papa do, Maiyegun? My papa there was never a time my papa said me he know how to build road. There was never a time in your history when my papa come out and say, hey, I know how to build electricity. Oh, yeah, make me your governor. Never. My mama never say, hey, come on, people, I can build road, I can build better hospitals. Oh, I want to be your senator. I can make better laws. Tori tinyi bakwe. My mama, my papa, be like your mama and your papa. And possibly, they can't be like you too. Because what they want to do other than to be part of the larger community that also what? Possibly believed in these liars like you are believing in them today. But my papa no construct road for you. Where you go say, what your papa do with the money we will give and to build road? My papa didn't make any policy. I say, it's because your papa is not useful. Àwọn wèrè. Àwọn tó wà useful rèé o. Àwọn Tinubu and co. Tó wà useful rèé o. Èyí iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ̀ní. Èyí iná ẹ̀ẹ̀ní. Èyí omi kò sí. Oúnjẹ báàbù. Security báàbù. So, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè ṣe nǹkan nìyẹn. So, look at that. My papa no owe you any dime. My papa died as one of the victims. They died. I mean, they scammed. They scammed your papa. They scam your mama. You can't grow old like this. You still they promote the people who scam your papa, your mama. You get sense, so? Like they say in the general parlance, right? They say, you build your own electricity. You build your own house. You provide, you have provided your own electricity, provided your own water. You've provided your own medical care, provided your own education for your children. Now you are providing your own security. And then you can't come out with your pot belly, an empty brain, You say you are a proud Nigerian. Baba, are you sure? Are you sure that you are a proud Nigerian or just a proud idiot? I'm not trying to insult you. Don't take it as an insult. Too. And I'm not also going to apologize as well. But I'm just saying, I'm asking a question. I'm a proud Nigerian. I'm a proud Nigerian. I'm proud of my country. I'm proud of my... are you sure? You are not a proud idiot. Like if you put everything together, 1, 2, 3, put them together, all together, or join. Are you sure? Eh? Something that came to my head when I remember that. Are you sure?
This is 2021. Some people are already getting ready to kill themselves over 2023. And they don't even know whether there will be 2023. They don't even know if there is 2023, whether they will still be around. There's nobody here who can say for sure that we will still be around by tomorrow. Nobody. It is God who determines who will still be around by 2023. Somebody said to me, sir, who do you think should be president in 2023? I said, president of where? He said, president of Nigeria. How are you sure there will be Nigeria in 2023? How are you sure? Can you swear? I pray there will be, so don't misquote me. But are you sure? Are you sure?
I told you. See, if you want to know that I actually know my audience when I want to write them up as well, right? Go to Facebook. You will see some of these Lagos Abobakus. They don't run mental. Oh, you this Maiyegun, go and read them now. So some of these things we are the same. Some of you on YouTube will be like, oh, I love this Maiyegun tonight. Oh, you don't understand. I don't get some people. They just sit together and they watch me hungry. This Maiyegun, now so them be. Gbogbo kurakuta yin o ma pin pata. Ti me ba ti tan. Gbogbo sogundogoji yin, gbogbo gira yin, swagger, gbogbo atole yin, gbogbo yagbe sara yin. Ẹ̀yin wèrè Lagos Abobaku, ẹ̀yin wèrè Òṣogbo Àlìmájìrì, ẹ̀yin lè bìtì fún lọ́rùn, ẹ̀yin ọmọ àlè ìrankíran lẹ Yorùbá. In the next few weeks, gbogbo kurakuta yin máa pín. Ẹ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sunkún kiri bí egbére. See, those of you who are my friends on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, you remember, I am telling you to get prepared. They are going to come back and say, maybe not the bloggers, no let Tinubu become president. Maybe not this one, no let that one, but don't be deceived. All these faceless rogues. I call them Lagos Abobakus, Òṣogbo Àlìmájìrì, humble slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, the Baba Sopes, the all risers. All of them don't get Facebook. Oh. If MC Olueran, their chief Agbero Omota, if he get Facebook account, who can say all these educated thugs, the result of Tinubu's legacy. So they will destroy themselves. Then they will look for who to blame. And that is why you, as a member of the Temple of Truth, let the truth, free you and keep you free. But you see all these sangbetos on your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand. Bola, on your pampas, we shall stand. On your pampas, we shall stand. On your pampas, Bola, on your pampas, Bola, on your pampas, we shall die. Those ones are here. It is just few days away. I was speaking up on the social media earlier, and they said that the chief of chief of army staff, I think chief of general staff, I've been waiting wherever, the military. They came out. They said that they are worried that some soldiers in Nigeria, they are now members of Boko Haram. She no be juju be that. You released repentant terrorists. You carry uniform, give them. Carry gun, give them. They say over 30,000 repentant terrorists too. But yet, not even a single information could lead to an overall sweeping of all these terrorist cells in northern Nigeria. They can't turn around and tell us now, say, terrorists, say soldier, they do terrorism. Shoo everywhere. But we they talk, we they talk. They say we they do show. Now they are coming back to say the terrorists are now wearing uniform. Then they can't find out they could discover them. Soldiers are now working with Boko Haram. I don't tell you, they are following the lead of their own leaders, their commanders. Buratai the Butcher. You know who is that? Buratai the Butcher. He got promoted under Buhari APC in 2015. When wait a that guy named Dasuki. When Dasuki was the national security advisor to Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, Buratai the Butcher was the man in charge of the military or the defense itinerary. Where did they keep weapons? Where they have weapons? What kind of weapons? When did they arrive? Which ones have they taken out? So there is something called security vote. As you have been hearing security vote here and there, the Nigeria presidential security vote, the president's security vote, Baba, $9. Oh, that was the account NSA handles for Goodluck Egbere Jolantan. That was the account. $2 billion the inside that account. Imagine, Jonathan. $2 billion for one president to fight for security votes. From that money was what Dasuki started spending. But guess what? When they said Dasuki should be buying weapons, what they didn't tell you then was that no be even Dasuki they buy weapons. It don't even get anything to do with weapons. But APC, Egbe propaganda, works so well. They lock Dasuki up. The person we can't talk say Dasuki they buy weapon. Nigeria they buy weapon under Jonathan. That person that was signing the papers, Buratai the Butcher. Maybe they're supposed to arrest him too. Say they no buy weapon to fight security to fight Boko Haram. Or more. Now promotion the guy get to. That was how he became the butcher for Buhari. It was the guy who supervised the killings of 1,482 or more Shiites in December 2015. Just 5 months after Buhari came in, they call clear road, kill nearly 1,500 people. Deny. After 2 years, confess. They say, okay, we no kill up to 1,005. Now only about 500 we kill. Where them body, they don't pour acid, bury them inside shallow grave in Kaduna. Buratai the Butcher supervised that. He got promoted again. He got more money. To the point that he went on to kill in broad daylight. He was the one in charge of the Lekki massacre. Yeah, he's been the one in charge of Operation Python Dance in Eastern Nigeria, where they have killed innocent people, right? But guess what? He got rewarded. They just had to send him to Benin Republic to go and become an ambassador there, so that he can be very close to home and, keep the lens on. It was him, Buratai the Butcher, who brought the idea of Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Safe Corridor is for the terrorists in Nigeria who, even if they catch you, they kill soldiers, they kill everybody. Once you say, I repent, no shoot, that they no shoot, Omo, soldier go hands down, they're not supposed to shoot you. If soldier shoots you, when you just say, I repent, Astagfirullah, like this, Omo, and they still shoot you, they go kill that soldier self. It was Buratai the Butcher who opened that door. They called it Operation Safe Corridor for terrorists to get a freeway. They will never see court. They will never see any judge. They will never face any court. It was them. Buratai the Butcher. Now they are coming to say soldiers are working with terrorists. Then they're mad. Maybe terrorists get government. Is terrorists not in charge of the government? Are you that blind to see? Come on. The alternative reality they are making you paint for yourself, this one is real. You are trying to avoid it, but it's real. That's why I said that the atrocities committed by Buhari, they need people to cover them up. These guys were so desperate. They were trying to make laws to abrogate all the waterways in Nigeria. You know that normally by law, they have fake law, Land Use Act or something, that finally got thrown away, yeah? Obasanjo put something together. Decree, I don't know which decree it was. They call it Land Use Act. Obasanjo said all lands in Nigeria belong to the federal government of Nigeria. Now, since then, so many of these region states, they have been in courts. Obasanjo, a Yoruba man, was the person who claimed and made law that all the lands in Nigeria belong to Yoruba land, Igbo land, every land everywhere belong to federal government of Nigeria, including waterways everywhere. It was recent that 2005, I think, that they managed, or 2005 or 2007, that they managed to get that law. Since 1974, Obasanjo did that. Since 1970, since since 1976, 77, Obasanjo. Then Buhari came in to say all land, all the water, they will now be owned by the government of Nigeria so that they can resettle the Fulani terrorists that are crossing from the Sahel because of the climate change, because their cows need water. If your cow needs water, now to start kidnapping people and start killing people with AK-47, we know better. Are you with me? So they need people to cover them up so that they don't end up in jail, which is where they are going to end up. And I'm so happy that people are actually keeping record, though. See, forget about all these fancy things you are watching and all of that, okay? For those who are following the situation proper, yeah, you will know that people are keeping records. And one day, your Buhari, you will be shocked if Aunt touch him. Maybe they go out for medical, this and that. One of those things, it will travel, it will not come back. Maiyegun is not possible. Don't worry now. Maybe you are living in the world of Buhari, APC, Egbekegbe today. This is their world. This is the view. This is what they've built. The whole thing will collapse. All of that will collapse very soon, including the Nigeria that they believe will shield them. Do you understand that? But wait for it. People are keeping record. And they know those who are giving the orders, those who are pushing, those who are killing and masterminding all this atrocity. Do you know that? And they will not be protected forever. So Tinubu and gang that are now in this, what we call the panic mode, I am alerting you now. If tomorrow they suddenly say, Tinubu don't endorse one, blah, 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 just know that they are trying to have, what do you call it? They are trying to have what they call face saving. If I say this whole thing don't blow now, if you should let Ashiwaju push this thing to this far, it may become disastrous so politically. So maybe we'll just say Baba don't endorse so and so. Or people will not attend it. It will be the fight to finish and the proper order will come later. Either way, prepare your mind. And in this case, if you are one of the Tinubu apologists, I am telling you today, there is nothing that will come out of this. Nothing. You see, even if we take out every other thing that we have projected and all that, yeah, take a look at another info here. Nigeria is so divided that one Nigeria is fraudulent, okay? You, as a Yoruba man, if you have problems agreeing that what they did for the Yorubas in 1999, when they felt like the Yorubas, after all the contribution Yorubas have made to Nigeria, and the closest that Yorubas could get closer to the presidency of Nigeria, and they killed Abiola, who happened to be their friend, right? So for them not to lose Nigeria completely, if Yoruba breaks away from Nigeria, which was so imminent at the time, that probably today Yorubas could be fighting a civil war instead of having a 1999 election or 1999 democracy. Some of you may not know this, but now you do. So they agreed that every platform, everywhere, everyone should just make sure that the Yorubas are given the presidency in 1999. Nobody should contest against them. And that's exactly what happened. They worked out all of that. They called it trying to keep Nigeria one. But today, many of you Indomie generation, many of you who they have managed to recruit into their political academy of nothingness, emptiness. Indomie generation. You didn't know about that sacrifice, do you? That sacrifice is why you actually still have democracy today in that your Nigeria. But today you have a problem. When they say one Nigeria, an Igbo man will have to do times 10 of what a Fulani man or an Hausa man or what do you call an Ijo man or even a Yoruba man would do to be acknowledged as part of Nigeria. Now listen to this. Since you all know that Nigeria is messed up enough that you don't want to publicly admit the division, the vast division that you've got, people like us will continue to remind you. And until you prove otherwise, right? Which, forget it. It's never going to happen, is it? So once you continue to have a problem that an Igbo man cannot be unanimously agreed to be president of Nigeria, and they have to go and work for it and the rest of that, continue deceiving yourself. They will serve you what they will serve you now, and you are going to come back. Guess what? You are going to begin to act like the Biafrans too. Maybe they shout Tinubu now. They shout APC, Egbekegbe now. Some of you are even jumping up for PDP right now. Don't worry. Like we all know, it is expected you will all get served. Except, you all get served. The breakfast, cold.
Oh, Bugwala ma je breakfast. Asiko to ni kaluku ma je tie ototo ni. Summa billah.
So it's not on us, it's not on you. When they finally, once they finally finish themselves, we would expect you to join us, see the light. Because you are going to be like the Biafrans too. Everything that you have, possibly you are, because listen, I can tell you this. Many of you who still believe in one Nigeria. Some of you are waiting for this moment to see if something can change in order to just have a little bit of hope in you maintained or sustained for another time. But Nigeria has a way of breaking. It will get to you, break you in. You'll be like, damn it, it's over. And that is why I'm saying it to you early enough. If you can save yourself the emotional trauma, there are people who believe that we deserve better. These characters that are pretty much all for their own selfish interest deserves to be completely wiped off our own consciousness if we can. Yes, we can actually. They choose a path of destruction and they want you all to follow them. You have seen worse. You can choose otherwise too. And that is why me as a Yoruba man, with my fellow Yoruba brothers and sisters all over the world, we chose to follow our own path that is clearer enough, peaceful enough, and if we die, we will not be dying in the name of trying to make Tinubu president, trying to make another rogue in Yoruba land powerful or rich in Yoruba land anymore. It will be because we believe that our children deserve better, and they don't deserve to exist in this world that these rogues have created for us. The world of panic, fear, the world of a lack and want, the world of a poverty and dependability that these guys are forced on us, forced on our parents. So if we die in what we believe in, then definitely we are dying in protection of what we believe our children will never have to experience. No. This is worthy if you understand it better, and making it understandable for everyone is going to be your job. It's going to be my job. After talking about the rogues that brought us here, how do we get ourselves out of here if we continue to wait for them to get us out? Some of us don't believe in them anymore. Trust me, we don't. 100% we don't. Many of us are waiting for the proper resources to actually challenge them. Do you understand? Challenge them at their own turf as much as possible in order to free our people from the shackles of manipulations that these guys have maintained for 2 long decades, at least in the recent times. 2 long decades of failed promises and lies, fake promises and lies. So let them call their meetings 1 million times. As they are gathering, we will be also working to scatter whatever they come up with as well. Now, call us any name. We are fighting for our own survival. With what they have done today, with the Yoruba land that the Tinubu and gang have made possible today in Nigeria, courtesy the association with Buhari and gang, Yoruba land is poorer. Yoruba land is more, it's underdeveloped. The Yoruba people are facing the hell of an experience like just anybody else elsewhere. I speak for the Yorubas. I speak for the oppressed as much as possible. But this time, the Yoruba people that are going to be blackmailed into, believing that Tinubu deserves their attention, or Shumbade fake Pastor Ruga deserves their pity, or any of these rogues actually stands for them. It is our job to ensure that that is never established. And if it's been established in any way to make people feel that false hope, it is our job to destroy it. And that's what we're going to do. One by one. They will watch us. That's the one that I know will impact them, okay? That they do a meeting that Buhari decide not to give them, not to make Tinubu their president, that they decide to play all of them and turn them into chess like this. Where is it again? I have one picture that actually depicts that. Let's see if I still have it. Yeah, this picture. Whatever whatever Buhari does with them, yeah, it's none of our own business, okay? But the fallout of it is going to be our own business at that point. And that is why we have come together to say we will resist them, and we will make the people they have been deceiving to resist them. It will be gradual, but we'll do it. You get what I mean now? So Yorubas will not be deceived into believing that Tinubu has anything to offer, or that Yorubas, should believe that they have any reason to defend any of these rogues. And nobody will be blackmailed into doing anything, okay? So our campaigns will educate the people. Listen, our campaigns will educate the people. Why this election, that these rogues who are going to play the tribal, religious, and ethnic cards at some point, you should never be part of that. Reject them. And you must make it obvious that the Yorubas, the majority of the sensible Yorubas, not the LABs, the impoverished one that they are manipulating, no. Sensible Omoluabis, Omokaro G race in Yoruba land. We will spend our time, we'll spend our resources. We will enlighten them as you are preparing for 2023 elections, right? We are also preparing for, educating the people to reject that. Do you see that now? Like, you may not like me. See, if you are from their camp, Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, look at me very well. You may not like me. I don't like you too. Okay? So, and I don't pretend about it. It's just that I don't hate you. Maybe some of you will be like, I hate this Maiyegun and all of that. That's your business. I don't hate you, okay? But I don't like you. And the reason why I don't like you is because of your choice, right? And the choice there, which happens to be the choice that is also indirectly and directly affecting millions of us because of your choice. So that means that's why I don't like you. Because you're also grandstanding, doubling down that your criminal leaders continue to be your inspiration. So to somebody like me, I don't accept that and I don't like that. But listen, I don't hate you. You have your choice to make, and you don't like me too for calling your leaders their true names. And I appreciate that you don't like me, okay? I don't like you too. But one thing there is this, right? You cannot throw away every fact I throw your way. You can't throw them away. And my job is to make sure that we pull our resources together, a lot of it, a lot of money, a lot of people, a lot of interest. We'll put them together to tell the Yorubas, Tinubu is a bad one. Nigeria is a bad market. Anyone selling Nigeria to you is an enemy that you must run away from, far, far away from, and tell them never to enter your house again. Now, that will be our own job. So how are you going to like me? My job is to reduce your vote, to reduce the lies. Yeah, to reduce the vote that you always get with lies, to get people to delegitimize that's your agenda and what have you, and for a reasonable reason, for a viable reasons. And then where that is going to lead to, you just wait and see. So then, why should I expect you to like me? Of course, you're not going to like me. I respect that. You are also going to underrate us as you do all the time. One way they called me bloggers. You these bloggers. Bloggers, Abi. Kosiwala. That is what your leaders will see. They will say, I want bloggers, Yeni. Emi Maiyegun bloggers, Abi. Don't worry. By the time it gets so close enough that you begin to see the shadow of Maiyegun and his friends in everything you do, right there in the heartland of Yoruba land, places you always had it so easy and smooth, then you begin to face a proper resistance and all of that from the people who are telling you that you've got nothing to offer. That time, you will know that Maiyegun is not just a blogger. I want blogger, you mean a blogger. You will figure it out soon. We have the capacity to get our people to know the truth. And when they do, I bet you, they are never going to take the bullshit the way they have been taking them anymore. And that is the powerful tool that they have been trying so much to prevent us from passing on to the people. We will pass them. We will pass them. And we will pass those information to empower the people to ask the right questions and at the same time demystify those rogues who have been lying to them for decades. Because the enemy of Yoruba lands are the Yorubas. The enemies of those who have worked against the interests of Yoruba land, they are not Igbos, they are not Fulanis, they are not Awusas, they are not Ijos, they are not from outside Yoruba land. They are Yorubas, including Yoruba traditional rulers. Do you know that they are calling traditional rulers to their meeting to come and talk to them so that maybe they can beg them to step down for Tinubu? The royal fathers, they call them. I want political oba, I want oba wiri, I want oba onijekuji, I want oba ofo. They are going to go there to go and try and see how they can pave the way for Tinubu. So we will put our resources together. We are not going to fight you. Fight you, okay? I'm not there. Fight you. It is now if they burn you well caught, nobody is going to fight you. You will be say, even your guys go to see the shadow, say, these boys everywhere. Waiting, who are these guys? Who are these people? They say, well, it don't happen, it don't read. You see all these 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira they are giving to you. 10,000, 20,000 they are giving to some of you. That automatically just snowball you into this euphoria of Tinubu is the best. This Pastor Ruga is this. PDP is that. This and that. All those things they are doing for you. All this money they are giving to you, right? We will neutralize them. You better collect them and do your doings. In the next few months, you are going to feel us. You are going to see our hands. And people are going to start asking you some questions they've never asked you before. Honestly speaking. It doesn't mean that you are not going to see those that are going to collect the 1,000, 2,000, 500 naira to mount your here and there. But gradually and gradually, you will feel us. And I'm not saying you, the vuvuzelas. I'm talking about your leaders, your criminal political leaders. Many of them are watching me right now. Yes, they are watching me right now. And our own technique is not going to be physical. Because what you know better is to go physical, attack people, kidnap them, kill them, and put them in a illegal jail and the rest of that. We will tell you that technologically, this phase, technologically, we can touch you without you even seeing us. Yes, we can touch you technologically, and we can make our message delivered. We can deliver our messages to you, your bosses, Tinubu and gang, all of them, in a twinkle of a twist of a finger, I would say, or flick of a finger. Our message is non-violent. They have deceived Yoruba land for so long. And Nigeria has a project, a faulty structure that Tinubu and the rest of them acknowledged has done more damages to our people, to our land, than we can ever imagine. And the likes of Tinubu and gang, as political actors, should have made their Yoruba land their priority, Yoruba first. But they lost all of that since they tasted the federal oil, the federal money, and the rest of that. So they saw that they are now seeing themselves as what? The Alpha and Omega who knows what we want, even when our people are dying in silence and in poverty. Do you get what I mean? Nigeria did that to us, but they allowed that to happen. So if we have to change that, we have to deal with them, not with Nigeria. We'll deal with Nigeria once we deal with them. You know why? Because they are those who have been enabling Nigeria to do this to us. Do you get that? and they are telling us that it is the best thing that ever happened to us. We have to accept it, or they will call us criminals or rebels. How people are going to reject them, you are going to end up studying it. How we are going to do this, you are going to study this in years to come. How did they do it? How did they pull it off? How did they push that out? And all of that, you are going to study it. So, underrate us at your own peril. Laugh at us. Call us names. You probably won't be laughing for long. I choose to open the line tonight as well to get people to add their own voice. So there is this information I want to share with you, my friends, okay? There's a FIFA football game that somebody raised on Maiyegun's diary Politico sometimes ago. It is called CONIFA games for the nations who are, who are thriving or striving to become independence on their own. So countries like that all over the world, and including Africa, they have this annual football tournament in South Africa. And the organizers, who have been those who put this together in Yoruba land, they believe that the message can go global. And sport is another means of connecting with other nations who are also kind of experiencing or experimenting what we are also trying to do. So CONIFA, as it is, the organizers said that they have already opened up a donation platform for that. And they have a target, okay? So I want to implore us, once I lay my hands on that link to their fundraiser, they are going to need our support, a great one. And I'm saying this because it's also kind of a part of what we are asking everybody to do. Do your part, get the message out, put together programs that can always put this Yoruba self-determination, Yoruba sovereign nation advocacy that can put it on the map. Every little help counts. Before I open the line, I am going to quickly make myself another cup of tea. And when I get back here, we will continue from here. The line is opened, but I will take my first call when I return in a moment. Thank you. So my friends, take a moment. You can still like that video. If you're watching me on YouTube, on Facebook, I never really get all my friends to see the notification. But for those of you who got the notification today, right? Remember, you can still share it for those who didn't. And to my friends on Facebook, on YouTube, over 2,300 of you right now, you can do better than 700 people dropping their own offerings. Do that, and I'll be back in a minute or two or three.